What's up, guys? Welcome into the podcast today, Dragon Ball Z Debates. This is where we debate the vague and not so vague things in Dragon Ball. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. That was my music. Okay, I hear it now. All right, cool beans. All right. All right, and Kyle Ken's transformation. Anyways. So, intros. Plug your socials. Introduce yourself. A little backstory if you want to. Any new announcements that you want to add in? An intro question. I don't think you come up with the intro question. Well, go for it, buddy. What's the intro question? Dragon Ball show, like between Daima, GT, Z, and regular Dragon Ball. Okay. Alright, so I'm Squall Rush, gamer, podcast, anime enthusiast, all that good stuff. Hit that link tree, hit that buy me a coffee account, all that good stuff. Fuck. Announcements. Alright, so my announcements. A lot of the live viewers actually helped my alt account get to Ultra Ball 3 with some non-meta decks. So I got some good content to make some nice Pokemon TCG Pocket video for the next few days. So that was my announcements. And I did just finish Attack on Titan, so I did record an Attack on Titan video that I will be making for anime sessions. So be on the lookout for that in the near future. I wanted to cry on that ending, bro. That movie made me sad. Anyways. Favorite Dragon Ball show? Let's see. Confirmation bias, probably Z, since I grew up with it. But if I had to look at like storytelling, animation as a whole, like as a non-biased, I'd probably Dragon Ball is probably like the best in my opinion. Alright, from my point of view, it's like Brock, Hunter, no, Brock, 700, then Hunter. I really wanted to say Diamond too, but there wasn't any. I don't think there was any character development other than from Glory Hole. Yeah. Damn.
Dragon Ball that I liked. I'm going to say Dragon Ball Bridge. I'm still Hunters. Yeah.
Oh, tell them the new announcement.
Wow.
Bro.
Wow.
Oh, you want me to tell them that one? Okay. Yeah. I might as
Oh,
well.
Ninja, you pregnant?
Guys, no, that's not possible. Anyway, I'm getting a new PC on the 29th, so I should be streaming soon. I hope to have you guys listen.
My prayers have been answered, dude. I've been asking God for you to have a PC.
All right,
Joker
Hunter,
was a good one.
I'm pretty high.
lay it on us.
So, my name is Hunter. You can find me here on the Great Nimbus Debates. You can find me in your wife's bed. You can find me in your fantasies about being the greatest human being who ever lived. Because I would be the bar that you would have to set for yourself to achieve. I don't have any announcements, but I will say this. That anime review that Ninja was talking about earlier was fucking great. He did a really good job on that one. Y'all need to go check that shit out. My favorite show, fucking Ninja's right. It is Dragon Ball Z Abridged. And that's like my personal opinion. But if I had to give a professional opinion, out of all of them, Dragon Ball Dharma was the best put together. The animation, the story, the story was completely linear. They never got off track. The progression was really good. There was only like 2 episodes in the whole show that felt like it was just wasted episodes. And
It's like
it was fun to watch
rate.
as well. Yeah, it was, and it was like fun to watch as well. They had some cool moments. So yeah, that's my professional opinion. But if you ain't watching Abridged, you missing out, bro.
Starts off pretty rocky, but gets really good.
Abridged?
Abridged, yep.
Yeah, when they first started, they barely had any equipment and stuff.
Yeah, no, I went back to rewatch it, and I'm like, you got to give it a chance. I know it's annoying to get, like, when you're starting a series and it's not great, but it does get really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say about One Piece.
Well, but One Piece takes 300 episodes to do that. With DBZ Abridged, they have the entire Sand Saga in an hour and a half, so you can watch it like it's a movie. And then
they get better by the Vegeta fight. Really, I mean, it's a pretty quick, like, upgrade in quality and everything, but it starts off. Don't be Don't be dissuaded by the very first few lines.
Right.
I still think
No, I
it's
mean,
good.
they finished the Cell Saga with only 62 episodes. So I'm pretty sure that's less than half of what Z did it in.
I think one of the famous lines was Masako Papa Masako Java.
Makakanso papakapas.
To hell with this
Oh,
special
to hell with it.
What makes that joke even better is like somebody actually says it the right way, and then they're like, "Oh, that's how it sounds."
Yeah.
I think it was Cell, right? I think Cell used it.
It is so, yeah.
Anyways, we're getting way off topic here.
Speaking of
Alright.
topics, Squall.
Wait, I gotta play segment 1 video. Give me a sec.
Hey, I'm gonna bounce. I'm kidding. I'll be right back.
Alright, welcome back everyone, welcome back. Alright, so first topic is my topic, and my topic is dub versus sub in Dragon Ball. Which one's better and why? Hunter, I already know your answer, but you went last on the last round, so you go first this time.
Well, I'm gonna start with the correct answer, which is dub, because I speak English, which means I understand English when they speak English instead of Japanese. And I don't really think I have to say more, but since I'm awesome, I'm gonna say more. People who fucking watch sub and talk about sub is better than dub and shit, that's like the same people that talk about like the Harry Potter books being better than the movies or some shit. No, it's not. It's not better. It takes you a fucking week to read that book. It takes you 2 hours to watch Harry Potter, and you get to watch it, and you get to see the shit happen. You don't have to read it. It's the same thing as subbed. You don't know what the fuck they're saying. Unless you speak Japanese, there's no goddamn reason for your TV to be playing Japanese audio when there is an English version of the show that you watch.
How long did it take you to watch Harry Potter or read Harry Potter?
Forcing yourself to torture. You're going out of your way to be uncomfortable and do something that you don't enjoy because you like to brag about it to other people, because it makes you think that other people look at you and go, oh my god, he watches subbed and he reads the subtitles, he could probably take my girl. It's not the
that
case.
hard. It's not that hard. It's not that hard, Hunter. It's not that hard, Hunter.
He's not.
So yeah,
It's not that hard.
Brock, I am
Listen to your
getting
dad.
hard at
Listen
your
to your dad.
assertiveness.
It takes you
Anyway.
like 2 seconds
Listen to
to
your daddy.
read one sentence, and then you're like, oh, I read that sentence in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, you don't. You're not supposed to read a show. You're supposed to watch a show and listen to
I can
it.
do both. I can do both. I don't. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so that's my opening thoughts on that. Initial thoughts, whatever. And so yeah, Ninja, your turn. I'm gonna eat this weird looking candy I found on Artemisia. Oh fuck! It's attack. What the hell?
This topic again. I was helping my son.
So shout out to QA Gamer. You want to show off the hat for QA Gamer?
It might be backwards. It might be backwards.
No, it's cool.
QAgamer.com.
Yeah.
It's He keeps pretty up to date on just about everything, so give him a look. Check out his Rumble, check out his Discord. For sure.
So I assume your question was strictly on Dragon Ball Ball, so I'm going to answer you on Dragon Ball. For Dragon Ball, I will watch dubbed if I can. When it came to Super, like I always wanted to catch up on the newer episodes, but I was kind of like, if I had just started Dragon Ball today, very first episodes, probably would have watched it dubbed, just because I liked Sean Schimmel's voice for it. I grew up on it. I had the games for it, so I had to. I would say dubbed, but again, when I was watching Super, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to know what's going on. Tournament of Power took over the whole world. I want to be there. Let me be there. So sub was there, but if I had to choose, it always will be dubbed. Let me rephrase that. Abridged. How about that?
Well, late to that party.
If there's no abridged, it's strictly dub versus sub in Dragon Ball.
No, that's dub.
When you're so good, you have to be excluded from the competition.
Dragon Ball, I might watch subbed, maybe, just because Goku then is a kid, and Masako Aizawa sounds like a kid. When he is and Gohan, this applies to both Goku and Gohan. When they are both adults and sound like children in the sub, I'm more inclined to listen to the dub, because adult Goku sounds like adult Goku. Kid, teen, and adult Gohans all sound like kid, teen, and adult Gohan. So, definitely the dubbed when I can. Just like Ninja, I wanted to keep up to date with Super, and I wanted to keep up to date with Daima, so I suffered through subbed Dragon Ball. And I'm gonna go back eventually and watch dub, because, yeah.
Alright, did you watch Daima in dub?
I'm about halfway through it.
How's the comparison?
Luckily, it was pretty close to. I think the dub was coming out pretty shortly after the sub was, so it wasn't too long of a wait. But I would say Goku as a kid sounds more like Dragon Ball Z Kid Goku than from Fighters. It's obviously not the same, but it's as close to what it could have been compared to any other like voice actor, voice actress I hear try doing Kid Goku. Because I think Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT both had the same voice actor. But Daima's sounded, you could tell on Daima that it was a little different, but they got pretty close, so. Dub's not too bad. And then obviously it's still Sean Schemmel for when Goku is an adult. So like episode 1 and then episodes 18 through 20, Sean was there.
Okay. No. Normally I would say dub for Dragon Ball for sure. I think Dragon Ball Super was the first time I heard dub. Or no, sub. And it threw me for a loop, bro. Like King Kai's voice, Goku's voice, Master Roshi's voice. Everyone just sounded so off, especially growing up with dub my whole life. I was like, bro, they couldn't give adult Goku like a more manly voice? What the hell is this? But watching Daima in sub, it actually went okay. Like I actually thoroughly enjoyed everyone's voices in Daima. Not gonna lie. Like it fit. Like Goku's voice fits in Kid Goku for sure, but not in adult Goku. Like adult Goku, I have to give it up to dub. But that's just me. What about, so let's switch it to like in Daima, dub versus sub. What do you guys think would be better?
I actually haven't even watched
dub.
Daima in dub.
Yeah, so I really would know. I don't know. I'm used to the voices now, so I don't really have too much of a problem with it.
Right.
Honestly, Vegeta sounded like Vegeta, like Super Vegeta and Daima Vegeta sounded similar. Now Goku, there was a higher pitch to it. I was able to tell.
In the sub,
Yeah, in the sub, there was a higher pitch. Versus like when he's an adult versus when he's a kid, I could hear that pitch. But outside of that, again, I haven't watched the dub to even really tell you. I imagine it sounds like Gohan. So, or like teen and kid Gohan in dub. I imagine his voice is like that. So, it might
Which
have
I'm
been
pretty sure Masako did for both Gohan and Goku also.
Mm-hmm.
I think she did the whole Son
Yes.
family.
I did the same thing as y'all. When Super had came out, I wanted to keep up with everything. So that was the first time I ever watched any anime in sub. Whenever I was streaming that, and Lord Beerus sounds way better in sub than in dub.
Oh shit. That's surprising to hear.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Whenever during the tournament, the first time Goku used Omen Ultra Instinct, when everybody thought he was dead, and he woke up or whatever, and people were like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And we said something like, "Lord Beerus, would you like to tell him?" And then Beerus went, "He's coming." I had fucking chills on the back of my neck whenever Beerus said that shit. That was the first time I started cheering for Goku in my whole life.
What was the exact line that Beerus said? Because I really loved exactly how he said it. Something like,
Well, it's
What
different in dub and in sub. Like I
It's like,
remember
what
when we was watching in sub, he said he's coming. Like that was the words at the bottom of the screen. But in dub, he says like a different sentence altogether.
I thought he said something to the effect of like, "What an incredible guy" or something like that.
Yeah, that was while he was fighting. That was while he was using Ultra Instinct. He was like already clashing with Jiren. Beerus was getting all excited.
Gotcha.
You know what? Let's watch a little bit of Dragon Ball Daima in English dub, real quick. I'm definitely gonna. I need a BRB screen for this, so we're gonna use the countdown screen for a sec. So be right back, chat.
That's Gohan.
That's not the same voice from like Dragon Ball Z
No.
and GT.
That's Gohan. Yeah, that's Gohan from Z.
That really sounds like the same voice.
They got pretty close, but yeah, it's you can tell there's if you watch it.
Who is that? Is that Piccolo?
Yeah, they changed
Yep.
Piccolo's voice.
Who is that?
Shouldn't be that hard.
He bleeded. God. Anyway, that voice said it's not fitting Piccolo.
Your ears, you whoever turned me into a brat is going to pay.
Ew! Ew!
What's
Who
up
is
with
that?
Vegeta's voice, bro?
Who is that? Ew! Kakaroto sounds better than that.
They're all thrilled. Aw, don't get too.
guy who does Vegeta's voice, I feel like he's
Oh,
off of
no.
Naruto.
I think I know who this voice is. I hope it's not her. Oh my god.
You
There
sound
was
like
a
Goku Black
the
almost.
anime. No. There's a there was an anime I was talking about where I think I said it cold sauce. I said this guy sounds like a total bitch, and it's like it sounds like that voice actor. This dude looked like a he-she. Oh my god. I
Glad that
I
they-
hope this is Gohan told voice actor.
Yeah, they got pretty close to old Goku's Kid Goku's voice.
Okay.
Oh my
Stop
god.
streaming that. Alright, back to the scene. So I muted the video for the viewers, but I had our voice and our voices so they could hear our reactions to it. But and I covered the screen so they couldn't see, but I wish I had a BRB screen. Or showing copyrighted shit. Stuff, screen, something like that. That would
Right.
be cool to have. But yeah, so we just watched a little bit of dub. I gotta say, other than Goku's voice, I'm a little scarred.
Who is that?
Yeah,
That ain't Piccolo.
yeah, Piccolo
Okay,
and
there you go.
Vegeta. Piccolo and Vegeta was like, what the fuck, bro? That scarred me more than sub in Dragon Ball Super for the first time. Seeing Goku's voice in kid voice, and then King Kai
Vegeta's
talking
voice
like
sounded. Vegeta's voice in the dub sounded like Glory Hole's voice in the sub.
You sound like Goku Black, bro.
No, dude, Goku Black sounded way cooler than that.
It at least fit
Got a
Goku
British
Black.
chick to him.
Like, Vegeta
Vegeta sounded like Kabuto from Naruto.
he sounded like a spoiled prince, bro. He
Yeah,
ain't a
that's
spoiled prince.
that's pretty close. I got a Naruto vibe. Let me look at that real quick.
He sounded like a teenager that's already hit puberty already. Like
Mm-mm.
it did not fit his
I'm
voice.
gonna
bro.
be real.
No, he sounded like an adult
would
that never
rather
went through
hear-
puberty.
Yes, he does. I would rather have Chris Sabat voice a younger version of Vegeta than hear that garbage again. I'm not lying. I was trash. Oh my god! And then Piccolo.
better off.
Listen, if
They'd have been better off using Kid Trunks'
they would have had
voice.
Dende. Yeah, 100%. If they would have had Dende speak, it would have bothered me a little bit. But I think I could have picked. No, yeah. If they would have had Dende speak in a tougher voice, I think I've been all right with that one. I don't know what that was.
Piccolo didn't sound anything close to Piccolo. Like, if you closed your eyes and heard him talk, and then somebody was like, what anime character is that? Never in 1,000 guesses would you have said Piccolo.
But you should watch it.
So, dub versus sub in Daima. What are we picking?
Sub all day. It was sub all day. You know what? Though I get it. Like, when I was listening to the sub, like they still felt like their character in the sub when they became younger. There was just a pitch difference. But to hear different voice actors, I mean, I understand they got to get there. Someone new has to come to the job in case they quit. But still, give me something better than that. That was crazy.
So Paul Castro Jr., who did Vegeta's kid voice, does Shikamaru on Naruto.
Okay. Yep. That's what it was. I fucking knew that voice too, bro.
Honestly, I didn't.
I'm assuming young
recognize it.
Shikamaru from the original Naruto, not the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only
Did he do Shippuden also?
It's it's the same voice in Shippuden. The only difference between Shikamaru and that version of Vegeta is Shikamaru has more rasp in his voice.
Yeah.
But it's the same tone and key and everything. He just took the rasp out.
Honestly,
I think Neji or Sasuke would have been
Had
better.
a much deeper voice.
it
No,
is.
because Vegeta has like a grunty, like kind of voice, and Neji has
That's
like
an
his
adult.
voice is smooth like butter. But yeah, but Vegeta's always
Vegeta would
been
have
that.
to
He was
smoke like
born
7
pissed
packs
off.
a fucking day to get that fucking voice you want, bud. As a kid, that's crazy. You want Kid Vegeta to smoke 7 packs of cigarettes a day?
Absolutely.
He's a smoke 12. What are you talking about?
I want him to smoke 7 packs of Cybermen Ultralights.
Yeah, even in the
that minty flavor?
sub version of Vegeta, and like even like
Cybermen
Chris
Menthol
Sabbath.
Ultralights.
even Chris Sabbath had like a raspy voice, even in the Kid Vegeta version. Like both
Yeah,
Sub
that's what I'm
and,
saying.
and Kid Vegeta have raspiness in their voice. So I don't know, bro. Just the disconnect between how different he sounds in Dub Daima threw me the hell off, bro. I was not feeling that at all. You know, that was a bigger disconnect for me than watching Sub for the first time in Super.
What about you, Brockstrap? Dragon Ball Daima, sub or dub?
I'm good with both.
I'm good with both. I do like how they tried getting Kid Goku's voice back as close as they could to the OG. Listening to it on Fighters and I'm not sure. They've used his Fighters voice for a few other things too, and I'm just like, nope, change it back. And seeing this one get as close to OG Kid Goku. Because I'm pretty sure GT used the exact same voice actor for Goku as a kid on that one as well, from the OG Dragon Ball. So, I'll definitely. Dub was fun to watch, and for a guy who was mentioning earlier that I'm gonna watch a show and not have to read it, like I'm okay. I'm okay with that on Daima.
Didn't answer.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that's a different voice actor in Daima. I think that's the same one.
It's not the same. That short little clip you had isn't gonna give you the there's differences, trust me.
I didn't answer the question on Daima, whether I like it, sub or dub.
Wow, so what's your answer?
Figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on the context of what you were talking about earlier. I don't know, what do you think, Cold Sauce?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, we found some he likes Sub better. Let's go. We changed his mind, guys.
The only reason I like sub better is because I can't understand them. I have to read it at that point. That shit's not fucked up.
I don't know. Like, do you guys have this weird thing where like if you watch Sub and you remember it back, you like play back what they say in their voices but in English?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Whenever Lord Beerus, when the first time Goku had whatever. Fuck, these Coronas are kicking my ass.
Ultimate Instinct.
Yeah. Is that what it's called? For real?
No, it sounded like you were about to say it like that though.
So
It is. It's UI. It's Ultimate Instinct. Autonomous Ultimate Instinct. That's what it is.
Oh my god, it's getting worse. Stop. Stop while you're. Stop while you're.
Angel,
Automatic
save me.
Automatic Ultimate Instinct.
That's what Lord Beerus called it. Ultronomous Autobots rollout.
Alright. I gotta put this to rest. Stephanie Naldoni as Goku and Daima. She was the Kid Goku in original Dragon Ball and GT, and returned as Goku Mini in Daima.
really,
Yeah.
She didn't
Way
do
not long
the.
ago?
I mean, she must have changed up a few things that she was doing then, because there's moments I'm like, oh, that's not the same.
Yeah, I definitely hear you. I think she got a little bit better or got a little bit more eccentric with like her voice acting.
There was.
There's
Yeah,
that, and then there's also
potentially.
she's like 30 years older.
Yeah, well, there's that too. But I definitely, it definitely. There was times where it was harder for her to have masked her feminine qualities in her voice on Daima. I felt like she usually did a pretty good job on Dragon Ball to where it sounded like a kid, but
Oh, that's pretty cool. I might have to go back and rewatch Diamond Dub, and if she
Oh, yeah,
actually
for sure.
returned. I'll suffer through Vegeta and Piccolo's god awful.
you'll get used to it, dude. You'll get used to it. It's not that bad. Shen, they did a good job with Kid Shen, Supreme Kai, I thought.
Yeah,
I am
It's
feeling
disrespectful,
Shin.
bro.
I am feeling Shin.
I've no qualms with Supreme Kai.
Vegeta sounded like Shin.
Adult Shin.
Yeah.
Sounded like Shikamaru.
He didn't even sound like Shikamaru to me. He sounded like what the fuck.
You weren't listening that closely.
Vegeta sounded like the opposite of Vegeta.
Yeah, Vegeta
I don't know what the
sound-
opposite of Vegeta is.
Like the Vegeta we know to
Not
grow
cool.
up is a cool badass, get his hands dirty, front lines
Aggressive,
prince.
strong.
Like this
proud.
Vegeta sound like some pompous, stuck up prince.
This Vegeta sounds like if you punch him, his dad will sue you.
He'll probably threaten to sue. Like he'll piss you off with his words and be like, if you hit me, I'll sue. My dad will sue you.
My dad's the king of the Saiyans.
My dad's a lawyer. He'll sue you if you hit me. That's the Vegeta vibe.
I am the prince of all lawyers.
Honestly, I can't really think of anything else to think of for this topic, so I think we can move on from this one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, segment 2. Alright, welcome back everyone, welcome back. Alright, let's see. Brock 7 Ninja, then Hunter. Brock, if you have one, go ahead and lay it on us, what you got for us.
I don't really have one, necessarily.
I can throw one out if you
That
want.
too.
Yeah, go for it. Here, let me
Go
think
ahead.
of one.
Seven
Go ahead,
Ninja.
Ninja. I'll think of one later.
All right. So speaking of Kaioken, Goku got the heart virus. They said he got it from Yard Rat, but I think he got it when he went ×4 against Vegeta in the Saiyan saga.
Ooh, so when did he get the heart virus? That's the
Do you
topic.
think it caused the heart virus?
Kaioken or Yardrat? Ooh, that's a tough one. When did he get it?
What's the lineup? Who's going first?
Well, okay, so as far as... Sorry.
Should be Brock first. No, it should be you first.
Who's you?
Okay. Man, he's talking to me.
Brock.
Oh, me?
Sauce went first last time. Yeah, you're
Oh,
first.
that's
Alright,
right.
alright.
Yeah.
So my thoughts lead to Yardrat, possibly. As far as when I hear virus, I think of something that you catch, something that is viral, that goes from body to body. So with Kaioken, that might lead to some kind of like muscle palpitations, which would be more of a heart attack than like a sickly virus going through your body, right? So, I mean, just thinking of it logically, like, I don't think it would have been Kaioken. Now, Kaioken might have, like, done some strain to his body, like, weakened his heart or whatever, but I think the senzu bean probably might have mostly healed him at that point from anything that, any kind of damage potentially the senzu bean would have, or the Kaioken would have done. So, it would have had to have been caught from somewhere, and it could have easily just have been caught on Earth, too, because they were training for like what 3 whole years even before, since after Yardrat, before the androids came around, him, Piccolo, and Gohan set off to train for some time. So I don't know necessarily what could lead up to a virus after 3 years. So my summation on that would just be he got it somewhere on Earth.
Let me play a little devil's advocate here. I'm side with the Kaioken side caused it, because I think I saw somewhere online that Kaioken actually shortens the user's health, especially if they go past their limit, which Goku severely went past his limit in the Vegeta Saiyan Saga fight. And I think to top it off, I don't think the senzu bean did anything, because correct me someone if I'm wrong, but I think while the heart virus was taking effect in the Android 19 fight, they actually tossed him a senzu bean and it didn't do anything. Like he was still getting affected. He was still getting fucked up by Android 19. And so due to that, I don't know if maybe you can make the argument it already is taking effect here, so now the senzu bean can't really help too much. But if that's not a factor, then I don't think the senzu bean, like prior to when he did take it in the hospital before going to Namek, I don't think that would help out his heart virus. That's my argument.
Senzu bean typically heals all physical, or not physical. I guess it depends on what we think the senzu bean actually heals. Because my argument was that it would have healed like any physical damage to his body that it would have taken. But if it's viral attacks, well, I don't know. That's strange that, because I don't know if it would heal illness or just battle damage, right?
Yeah, we've never had anyone actually be sick in the show. It's always everyone's been badly injured, about to die from injuries. So like the senzu bean, like that's a mystery. Like, can it heal that? You know,
it's a mystery. Right. I'm pretty sure it was explained that they heal all physical, internal, and external wounds.
Right. Now, if you have a virus attacking you, like, would it be?
Yeah, Yajirobe that explained that. Well, but it's not a physical wound if it's a virus, right? It's a virus is a living creature inside of you. It's a bacteria.
Who said it made the heart virus worse? Was that you? Was that
was me? That was me.
I think that was exclusively. I think that's exclusively a
abridged
thing.
I mean, he took it and dropped to his knee.
Well, I mean, they also edited. I mean, that's the whole thing of abridge is abridge, and the meaning of the word abridged is to shorten. So like they Team Four Star definitely did a lot of editing. So I think the dropping to the knee was also something they did just for that the effect.
I can believe it. I mean, my thoughts on it, whether Goku got the heart virus from Yardrat or if it was a result of the Kaioken transformation, I have heard and I've seen on a few different video games where it was actually called a heart condition instead of a heart virus.
Mm-hmm.
And if we are going off of a heart condition, I absolutely would side with the Kaioken being involved because of, like Brockstrap and Squall said earlier, the Kaioken transformation puts a huge strain on your body and it shortens your lifespan, which certainly could have left underlying conditions that would eventually lead to heart spasms and heart attacks.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is Saiyans have like already bodies. I feel like if anything that should help him fight, like help his heart fight off some sort of sickness, but clearly it doesn't, you know. And like I actually did look it up. It looks like there are some limits to the senzu bean. They do not cure or prevent sicknesses or diseases, and they do not regenerate lost wounds that have already been healed, like for instance like Tien and Yamcha scars and stuff like that. So given that,
Brock is saying that primarily, senzu beans are primarily effective at restoring physical energy, healing physical injuries, and curing fatigue, but they are not designed to cure diseases or viral infections. But that's just Grok, so I mean.
Brock also said that cows weren't domesticated in Africa, so.
Right, no, it's not. AI is not always accurate, but I asked where it got its sources of information from. The explanation about why senzu beans didn't heal Goku's heart virus is based on my understanding of the DBZ lore, derived from the show's narrative, and general fan discussions available on the web. So yeah, if it's pulling other people's discussions, then it's probably not super accurate.
I don't think we got Seven Ninja's answer. What's your input, Ninja?
I feel like it had to come from times 4. You were talking about before how like it shortens his life if he goes past the limit. I think King Kai's hard limit is the clear example of that. And so once he's done it, he's not aware of how much damage it's done to his body. Like he can get beat up and basically be on his deathbed. But, you know, as long as he doesn't personally do some kind of technique to get that to happen, it shouldn't matter. But the second he decides to pop that technique and go past his limit as hard as he did in the Saiyan saga, I feel like that's when it just did irreparable damage and he had to get some kind of cure-all medicine from the future to fix that.
When did they discuss that it would shorten the life?
And what do you think caused it, Ninja?
Kaioken.
The Kaioken what?
Kaioken's technique. You heard me.
I must have misheard you because that's not what it is.
Can we not get back into this?
Who naturally
Right, so,
More.
Who naturally can use Kaioken? Who naturally can use Kaioken?
Everyone. I could use it.
Who
I can do it right now.
Who can learn it without being taught? Who does Kaioken naturally come to as being able to use it?
Every Kai, even Shin.
Okay.
I'm not sure where I learned that the Kaioken shortens your lifespan. I did see a video. I think that's where it explained it to me.
I also do
can't
want to
remember.
bring up that if we look deeper into like the future, like when Vegeta goes to Yardrat, like he doesn't catch a heart virus there, and so it's like, why would Vegeta not catch one, but Goku does? The only argument I could see is that Vegeta has always been a space-bound kind of person ahead of time, and so like, you know, he's been around multiple different biomes, multiple different bacterias, So maybe he's got a stronger overall body when it comes to that. But again, he's been around Vegeta for long enough, and they fight to enough the blood to fly out. There's no way he couldn't have caught something by now anyway. And we still should have seen something from that. So I feel like,
well, there's that,
this
and then
had to
here's
come
the
from
other
time
thing
before.
about Vegeta. When Vegeta went to Yard Rat, Vegeta mastered the instant transmission way faster than Goku did. He wasn't there as long as Goku was. They were all telling Vegeta that. They said they were very surprised with how fast he mastered it.
So from what I'm reading, the Kaioken can be used at the risk of death, but nothing mentions directly to any shortening of lifespan. It says fan discussions like lead to it sometimes, but also, like, we're mentioning ×4 in the Vegeta fight over and over, but didn't he even go higher in the Frieza fight? Because that would have happened by then too.
Yeah, he did. I think he hit. I don't know what multiplier he hit against Ginyu, but he hit. I'm pretty sure he hit ×20 against Frieza.
But he
so
definitely had
more problems.
Yeah, he definitely had a stronger body by then though too.
Definitely.
Because it went from like what his he was he even like 300 power level at the Raditz fight. Because he was definitely at 180 by the time he got to because Ginyu was at 180 and Goku was beating him before they did the body switch.
Yeah, I think Ginyu was at 120 full power, and then Goku was at 180 at base Kaioken. I think he was 90,000 without Kaioken. So he went over by like ×3. So he was like 300 times stronger with weighted gear Goku at Raditz to Ginyu fight Kaioken.
Oh, for sure.
Ginyu. Let's see. I'm trying to think of Kaioken arguments. No, not Kaioken. Viral heart disease caused by Yardrat. Arguments for Yardrat. Like, so what's the argument there? Is the argument that he has like foreign substances, like, and he caught something over there, and just by how closely it happened, like after arriving back on Earth from Yardrat?
The thing is, he could have caught that from, Namek. He could have caught that with the many things in Namek. I mean, he grabbed that frog. He's fighting Frieza. Blood's flying everywhere. He could have caught that anywhere. All we know is after he came from Yardrat, he had a heart disease. But I mean, like, but that could have happened anywhere.
Right, and again, even after he got the medicine from Future Trunks, it still happened like 3 years later. Well, like somebody can be Skull's giggling over there. I gotta look at that. All right. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm still not. I mean, it could have happened on Earth, just like, I mean, if we're gonna, that was my thought to begin with. Just like with coronavirus or the common cold or the flu, right? Those are all viral sicknesses that you just catch, right? No rhyme or reason necessarily. Right. So, by the way, I'm not gonna say it. I might get Squall taken down on YouTube. I'm not sure. Anyways,
taxes.
No. That's not it.
I can mute you guys, but we can. The rest of us.
No, it's fine. I'm not going on it. Much like how other viruses, affect people or how they're contracted. It goes from person to person. Some people don't even show symptoms, right? They can more or less have an immunity to something, and they can just carry it. So like, Goku could have been carrying it for a long time without exhibiting any symptoms, and eventually just it hit him one day. And I think it even hit him later in this timeline versus future Trunks, right? Like, just because he was taking the medicine for some short amount of time. So, like, it could have hit him even earlier. So, assuming he was actually taking the medication for some time, and it was supposed to hit him sooner than later, I mean, that would even point more closely to Yardrat, just because if they were using medication to push it out, it was supposed to hit him by pretty shortly after the Yardrat visit.
Right.
I don't know.
No, that's a good point. It is contagious. Actually, I just like looked this one up just now, but I like it did jog my memory. Like after Goku was taken away by Yamcha to Master Roshi's house to go take the medicine and heal up, Piccolo does advise Yamcha to take the viral heart disease medicine too, you know, to make sure he doesn't catch it as well. And then I guess this is something I forgot about. I don't even remember this even after reading it, but in Future Trunks' timeline, I guess he explained that the viral heart disease got to many other people in his timeline as well.
And heart is part of the cardiac system, right?
Yes.
I believe
So,
so.
I mean,
Cardiovascular.
Yeah, it was definitely a cardiovascular disease versus like respiratory or anything like that. So, I mean that's an aside, but
Yep. So, and Brockstrap also, Goku had access to medicine in our timeline, but he didn't take it because it was grape flavored.
again, that's where we're contriving info from
I know.
abridged. I don't know if he just forgot while training. Yeah, the muffin button. I don't know if he just forgot while they were training, and that's why he didn't take it in the original. It's been a long time, and again, watching abridged, and I might even be confusing some information between the two when I'm thinking of stuff, but I'm pretty sure it was only like just the training that they got distracted that he kept not taking it, or maybe he even just thought he didn't need to take it anymore.
Alright, so what if you got it from Earth if it's contagious?
But it's a
He's the only one we know that had it.
So if it's contagious, it has to be from blood to blood, like HIV.
Just like coronavirus was, right?
What about
Coronavirus was a respiratory. You can breathe in coronavirus.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
He was at that hospital, though. I mean, getting fixed by doctors could have caught something there, and it just didn't really hit him until later.
What did Squall just say like 5 seconds ago that might have just answered the whole thing?
What?
Possibly got it from Earth?
It just said there's many people that had it in the Future Trunks timeline, right? On Earth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, he did. Trunks did say that.
That would be the answer right there. Is if other people on Earth were also getting it, like it was just an Earth thing. Then it didn't like if other people got it, it didn't pertain to Kaioken. It didn't pertain to Yardrat. Nobody else on Earth probably would have known Kaioken or have traveled to Yardrat. So I mean.
Yeah, unless in Future Trunks' timeline, everybody started figuring out how to do Kaioken transformation, which I don't doubt. I mean, anyone can learn it. I did it last week on accident.
Anyone can learn the technique that gives them access to transformative properties. Again, naturally, no mortal. If we're going only by the Kais, naturally, no mortal would have access to Kaioken without being taught.
Why do we keep
I like to
going
do
back
it
to
because
this?
it makes my butthole twitch.
I go back because fucking Secret Cold Sauce keeps going back, but if he wants to keep being wrong, then I'm gonna keep telling him why he's wrong.
He's stubborn, Squall, and that's why he can't admit when he's wrong. So
You both are
No.
two peas in the pod. You can't let it go.
We all know that when Goku does the Kaioken, that he transforms. So
Any time after that podcast it has been brought up, it has not been brought up by me. I just argue back.
I don't remember ever being wrong on this. I remember calling it a transformation from the beginning.
And
Well,
that is why.
next subject, Paul.
Alright, Brock or Hunter? Our final verdicts on where the heart virus came from.
It came from. I'll start if you want.
Yeah, go for
Sure,
it.
go ahead.
I don't care. It came from when after Vegeta leaves and goes to Namek, and Goku's in the hospital. This is the one time we've ever seen this happen. Goku's in the hospital. A lot of people die in the hospital from sicknesses and diseases. Yes, some of them catch it from the outside, but some people catch stuff in the hospital. And it wouldn't be that hard to believe in this specific scenario. Even in the short amount of time that it happened, Goku somehow caught something in the hospital. Maybe a bad blood bag or something. He certainly lost a lot of blood in that fight with Vegeta. Wouldn't be that hard to believe. So I think it happened there.
Oh, so you changed your answer.
Mm-hmm.
They forgot to sterilize the needle.
That's why he was so scared of it.
He probably also amped up too. You know, because if he is tensed in any way, he probably does an amped up skin, key skin anyway. So that wouldn't be hard to believe.
Alright, hot sauce. What's your final answer?
I was initially on the fence, but after discussing it, and you brought up the fact that in Future Trunks' timeline, the virus killed a lot of people, that I have changed from it being not a result of the Kaioken transformation, and it is indeed a virus that Goku contracted from an unknown source. I'm not gonna say it was from China, but I will
I
theorize.
think we're actually allowed to say that it was from Wuhan. I think that there's information that came out.
Oh, we've always been allowed to say anything. Don't get it twisted. This First
No, let me
Amendment ain't
rephrase that.
going nowhere.
I'm pretty sure at this point YouTube is not censoring the fact that it came from Wuhan Lab Institute
Oh yeah, I
of
wasn't even
Virology.
thinking about that.
12 gotten banned. 2025.
Let me check my
I'm pretty sure it's fact now.
Banana.
YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
site.
No,
there's
no, you're right. I've seen it.
offices that have confirmed it and are saying that.
Hmm.
Alright, so my final answer. Wait, what's your final answer? I don't think I understood your final answer, Hunter.
I just said it.
That it came from Earth?
Oh, where the virus came from?
Yeah, where Goku's heart virus came from.
Oh, I think Goku got a bad blood transfusion.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 Ninjas answer, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm looking
I
up.
think
some-
actually, you know what? No, I don't think that's what it was. I think it was a result of an STD. I think Goku hooked up with a yard radian.
We don't know. We don't know what happened up there.
Hey, whatever happened over there, it was so good that
Wasn't it
he
like
didn't
a
want to
whole
come
year?
back home.
Right.
Or was it half a year?
He told Shenron, I ain't going back to Earth. I don't care that you
He
can
probably found him a
teleport.
Chi-Chi up there.
Man, we all know Goku
Yeah.
don't
Probably
pull out. There,
crazy.
he'd have a yard trap baby.
Fucking-
Yeah, that's what he had. A yard rat, a yard bay, a yard. He had a
Only
yard
a lot of
rat,
similarities here from
a
Invincible.
bed bat.
Alright, so I'm looking up some popular answers. So there's number 1, he got it from Yardrat or Namek. Number 2, he got it from Earth. Number 3, it was an intentional biological attack by Dr. Giro. And number 4, it originally originated from Goku, uniquely mutated inside Goku, and he spread it. I'm gonna go with he spread it himself. He was the cause of the coronavirus in Future Trunks' timeline. Just to be funny, I like that Goku is the cause of genocide of Future Trunks as well as androids. So that's my final answer. Fuck Goku.
Chat, clip that.
He's a dumbass. He
Chat, clip that.
He created a bunch of nonsense in Future Trunks' timeline. Goku killed a bunch of people unintentionally, biologically, virally,
Evil
whatever
bad
the correct term is. Goku's not a bad
I
dad,
do.
and Kaioken's a transformation. I arrest my case. Officer, he's right there.
He said it again. He said, "I arrest my case."
Yep. Officer, he's
Shaq,
right
clip
there.
that. Send it to the Church of Gokuism. Squall, you've been charged with heresy of the highest degree.
Alright, go ahead.
How do you
Rockstrap. What's
breathe?
your final answer?
I mean, it would have to be Earth, so either options 1 or 4 there, or 2 or 4 there are probably accurate. Again, if it's well, I mean, I guess 4. If Goku would have contrived it somewhere else, then that's how he would have spread it to Earth. I don't know. I'm like a ninja's theory. I don't know why it would take a whole like 4 years after the needle stick in the doctor's office to finally show itself, but I'm sticking to Earth thing. I don't think I'm pretty sure there's no mention of Jiro ever spreading some biohazard, biochemical, whatever warfare on people. I think it was all just basically mechanical people, right? Androids, cyborgs, whatever you want to call them. Probably more some androids, some cyborgs, right? There's a good mix of people in there. But yeah, no, I think it's from Earth. It could have been Yardrat. No, actually, no. Let me rephrase that. It could be Yardrat again. They were trying to push back the symptoms with the medicine far before it should have actually hit him, or much longer after. I'm sorry, much longer after. Oh, my brain's just freaking mush today, dude. But yeah, if they're pushing the symptoms back with the virus or the heart medication already, then it should have hit him much sooner. And that would lead to chronologically it possibly coming from Yardrat, so I might stick with that.
Let's see here. Alright, next topic. Actually, let's close it out. Let's close out this subject. Chat, future watchers of this podcast, let us know what you think in the comments. Where did Goku's heart virus come from? Did it come from Kaioken, Yardrat, or Earth? Let us know what you think. Alright, now
Gohan's real dad, and why is it Piccolo?
Alright, y'all, I gotta bounce.
Gotta bounce out.
Yep.
Alright, do you have a topic for us to debate about before you dip?
I don't.
Ah, dang.
I'm sorry.
Alright,
Why?
later, dog.
Why are all the rules? Oh yeah, see you later, Cold Stuff.
Alright,
Fuck
Rock.
you, you're wrong about Kaioken. Anyways. Why are things different in the other realm versus the mortal realm? Why is Goku able to give it away with more there?
Like, oh, you're
I'm
talking about when
assuming
he's
you're talking
dead
about his
versus
stamina?
when he's alive?
Yeah, like things he's able to do and train himself and capable of doing in the other realm and going to Earth and not being able to achieve the same things as easily.
Well,
Dude, he
What do we
can get there while alive,
I mean,
so it's more of a state of being.
I think I think the question's kind of asked wrong. 'Cause I think you mean when he's dead versus alive. Because like I think on Earth he could sustain Super Saiyan 3 when he was dead. It's just he had like an energy and a time limit. Uh, cause
Yeah.
but when he was revived, that's when he was like, bro, I can't hold on to Super Saiyan 3 for very long. What the fuck, you know? Uh. But like, cause like I think when he hit Super Saiyan 3 versus Fat Boo, he was fully confident that he could beat Fat Boo, like in the manga.
Yeah, you were right.
Like,
Because he was dead on Earth, but he was also alive in the Supreme Kai world. So yeah, it's not, I guess it's not a matter of where, but which state of alive or death, I guess.
Right. So what's it called? I believe in the manga, it wasn't. He didn't state this in the anime, but like when it was Goku versus and Vegeta, when they were doing like rock paper scissors to see who gets to fight Kid Buu first. Goku actually like as he was about to go in and fight Kid Buu for the first time, he turns back toward Vegeta. Was like, you know, I actually could have defeated Fat Buu back then, so I got this. So he was fully confident that he could defeat Fat Buu and sustain Super Saiyan 3. I think my reasoning is like why can he like is it different rules? I'm just gonna have to assume there's less restrictions. Like there's more. Like, what's up, DC Dub? Welcome in, broski. The only thing I could think of is like that the body has more like realistic stats, I guess, when you're alive, if that makes sense. Like I guess the only I don't know if that's the right term, because like the only thing I feel like was affected was stamina when it comes to real life body versus like a dead body.
Well,
Because
keeping your body in the other world itself was a gift, right? For those who did well and were more of a good beneficial, like a net benefit.
wait, what was that?
Because Vegeta, with Piccolo's whole speech when Vegeta was going to fight Kid Buu himself, or Fat Buu himself, right? Like, oh well, Goku used his life to save and do other good stuff, and you, blah blah blah, you'll not receive the same gift, right? Like referring to it as a gift, keeping the body as a gift instead of, just part of it. So if you were to keep your body in the afterlife on Dragon Ball, would you be awarded other gifts as well potentially? Like, could that be part of the package deal?
Vegeta.
I think it has something to do with the Spirit Bomb. I feel like it's got something to do with the Spirit Bomb and the idea like it's always absorbing. Wait, Brock, you watched Naruto, right? I'm thinking of Sage Mode Naruto. He's always absorbing like energy from the world itself. And so my idea is that like when he's in spirit form, he's always drawing spirit energy, which is why he has such a long stamina. I don't think he ever actually runs out of stamina when he's dead. And so you can almost argue that he's always got an infinite source of energy during that state.
Yeah,
because of the absorption.
I could get behind that. Because it's not like actual physical. Well, because he fought Vegeta, so like as he was in, as he was dead, he still had a physical body on Earth. Otherwise, because if it was a spiritual, he wouldn't have been able to have that one-on-one with Vegeta, or Fat Buu for what that's worth. But it's so strange. I mean, I guess when you're making up a story, all the little minor details don't really matter.
Yeah, I definitely hear you though, because like I think in the Saiyan saga, when he was about to head over to King Kai's place, like one of the I don't know what they're called, angel demon dudes with the horns, like he was
Ogres?
like, what?
Ogres?
Ogre.
Oh, ogres. Oh, I heard something different. Yeah, he's like, whoa, what the fuck, Goku? You still have a fist.
What did you hear?
I heard hookers.
Oh. No, definitely. I mean, I don't know. I thought the only one that might fit that description is Marin, right?
Damn.
Yep.
Adult Marin, not the kid that was named
Yeah,
after.
no. We ain't going there. We ain't going there.
Wow.
Did you ever see?
I can't believe you said that, Rock.
Did you ever see the? I think Team Forster actually made a joke on that. Like, I think it was a joke that 18 and Krillin both like were okay with the name Marin. This is like to mess with the rest of everybody else.
Yeah, I think that was that. 100%.
That'd have been funny. Like 18 and Krillin are that warped just to mess with everybody.
Let's see.
I think they're the best
Paul,
couple.
what is your final verdict? Yeah.
Anyways,
In Dragon Ball, heck, yeah. 100%.
for sure, yeah.
So, when I think of like the dead characters, the only other person we can base like anything off of is Vegeta. But Vegeta got mollywopped versus
Pycon?
Buhan. What's up?
Pycon?
Did Pycon never come to Earth?
She looked
That's true.
I think Pycon was always dead, even in the show and the movie both. But Pycon was only filler, right?
Yeah, Pycon was only filler. But we like the only thing like we can only see is like freaking like the forms that Goku and Vegeta have mastered. Like we don't have any stamina draining forms like Super Saiyan 3 other than like an example other than Goku and Super Saiyan 3. Charm City, welcome in. But like other than that, like there's no like other like stamina draining things like if Vegeta learned Kaioken or something, you know, like but every freaking transformation like surpasses Kaioken, so there's no point for Vegeta to even use it, even if he had it, to like really test this theory of like what strains the body in a live form versus a dead form. The only thing we really have to go off of is Goku Super Saiyan 3 when he's dead versus alive.
Right, and even when he described like the benefits he got, like it was still really big.
The only thing he did say was, oh, what the heck? It was a lot easier to sustain Super Saiyan 3 when I was dead versus now, during that fight against Kid Buu. Let's see, let's
Get all the right permits.
See, oh yeah, bro. When they're dead, I think they have a slight advantage. Like, you're dead, bro. I would compare it, but not exactly to Naruto reanimation. But it's not infinite stamina or energy for the dead Z fighters. Charm City says he's at a block party, but he's got us up. Yeah, bro. I was wondering where your stream went. You must have had some fun going on. No QA stream tonight. Yeah, I was looking for your stream. But I'm guessing it didn't happen. No worries. Have your fun, bro. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Guys, subscribe to QA Gamer.
What's up?
Subscribe to QA Gamer.
Yes.
QAGamer.com. Subscribe to QAGamer.com.
Yes. Everyone in the chat, check out Charm City and check out DT Dub. Some good streamers right there. Very, very good streamers.
No, I get it. Because like on the Naruto thing, they weren't limited by their physical ailments like they were when they were alive, but they had to be oh wow, I'm blanking.
Now that's a great point, actually.
They had to be sealed, right? They had to be sealed in order to defeat them.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
That's a great point, actually. Dead bodies aren't limited to like some alive aspects. So that's why Goku's able to sustain Super Saiyan 3 better in his dead body versus when he's alive.
I mean, what? At one point, I think Minato was fighting without either of his arms.
Yeah.
Like Goku could fight in Super Saiyan 3. Like I think let's reel it back a little bit. Like let's say Goku had the heart virus. You know, like if he was dead and he still had the heart virus, he could like in the Android saga, you know, like Vegeta comes in, you dumbass Kakarot. You know, you should have known Super Saiyan would have enhance the heart virus and make it stronger. You know, if he was dead and had the heart virus and went Super Saiyan, I don't think that would have mattered at all. You know, so I feel like that concept is like similar with like Super Saiyan 3 draining his stamina when he's alive versus when he's dead. So I think DT Dub kind of you Brockstrap and DT Dub hit it on the nail right there. Like I couldn't really put it to words, but what you guys did kind of like sparked the light in me. What's your guys' inputs on that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Of course, there's a difference between a zombie versus a energy person, I guess, is how I'm gonna go with it. I mean, they were kind of physical, right? You could still touch them, but they weren't. They're technically energy. So, maybe it's a soul unrestricted. So it always has infinite energy, and that soul can get stronger and become like 4 or Super Saiyan God or something like that. So maybe the body is a restricted form, and the dead version is just a unrestricted soul.
I definitely can see that for sure. All right.
Brock, lay it on me. Look, you got something to say.
No, I'm just looking at other things we could talk about.
Gotcha.
Not gonna lie, this might be a shorter episode. Nothing wrong with that.
One of my favorite things is
one more.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, go ahead.
No, nothing.
No. I got one more thing. If we don't have anything, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So the last, not really a debate idea, but more of a question. So let's say Vegeta goes there, but maybe he doesn't side with Krillin and Gohan. And maybe Goku doesn't come back. What does this scenario look like? Are they still playing it like in their thriller kind of Jason Voorhees versus the Campers scenario? How far do you think the Z fighters get to getting all the Dragon Balls on planet Namek? Goku's not there, and Vegeta is still an enemy.
Well, I mean, technically Vegeta still was an enemy, right? He was only really using Krillin and Gohan to fight against Midoriya and Zarbon at that point. So it was more like a temporary...
Temporary alliance.
Yeah.
So but you wouldn't say that he would have attacked them during that time, once that temporary alliance happened. So I would say if let's say he was still their enemy. Remember that Gohan and Krillin are doing very sneaky tactics. They might attack something here and there, but for the most part, they're hiding. So how far are we saying they get?
Vegeta probably would have got squashed by Zarbon. Ginyu Squad probably wouldn't have been called in. Potentially Gohan and Krillin sneak all the balls and get the wish, but then that would turn Frieza toward Earth. Potentially,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think they pull it
Potentially.
off. I think they pull it off.
Because there's no reason for Ginyu. Dodoria's gone at that point, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or did Vegeta? He beat Kui. Pretty handedly.
He kills
Did
Kui, he kills Dodoria.
He did get Dodoria also. All right. So he's there being a menace, catching the attention of Frieza and Zarbon. Zarbon goes and beats him with his beast mode. Vegeta's done, really. No, well, I mean, Vegeta could have been done at that point too. Why did they save him? Because he went to the rejuvenation chamber, right?
Yeah.
So okay,
That's the only
maybe
way he could come back.
maybe Zarbon doesn't take him out, but Frieza decides to try to keep him for whatever reason. Comes back, takes out Zarbon.
I feel like he would have killed him though.
the Ginyu squad.
I feel like Zarbon would have killed him.
But he wasn't even using
I
Krillin
think the
Gohan at
Ginyu
that
squad
point,
only
right?
showed up because Zarbon died.
Yeah,
I don't think he
Ginyu
was.
squad still
I feel
shows
like-
up.
I think though, but here's the thing: Ginyu's squad is an elite squad. You would want to call someone like that if your main force is gone. So
Right.
Zarbon's still alive. Dodoria dies. You know what happened to Dodoria. Potentially Vegeta's dead in this scenario. Zarbon's the only one there. Frieza's not going to need to summon him at this point because, like, we've already handled the main problem.
But at this point, when does Vegeta find Krillin and Gohan? Because I feel like he didn't really use them at all up until.
Probably it had to have been because Gohan sees Vegeta and steals the ball from him at some point. So I don't think he's. Because in this scenario, we're thinking. I'm willing to believe Krillin's going for a lot. Krillin is an all-star player in this one. All-star, Destructo Disc, Solar Flare player. Okay. I feel like in this scenario, I'm gonna have to go with you on this one, Squall. I think they got this. If it's just for Krillin alone, I think they've got this. Because anything in Krillin's arsenal, it's saving them every time. You know.
Solar Flare, Destructo Disc.
There's not a lot of things surviving that.
They'd have to keep their power levels down the whole time, which what they were doing to begin with. So like they're outsmarting the routers or the scouters. The scouters can't see them. The only way to find them would to be again though they would have to find some Namekian at least to speak Namekian for the wishes, right? Purunga only responds to which I mean if they find Dende or any other yeah.
Because like they got what's the word? Like they got the Dragon Radar, right? Like all of Frieza's scouters have been destroyed. I mean, even if they weren't destroyed, they can mask the power levels, so they can totally solid snake that shit. Fucking sneak around and fucking steal all the Dragon Balls. I forget the reason why they team up with Vegeta in the first place. Like, was it because of freaking?
It was basically the Ginyu squad. Yeah.
Like, see, they've been running into, they've been like ducking and hiding from way stronger beings the whole time. Like, I don't see how the Ginyu squad would change anything, you know? Maybe like they would have one person puppy guard the Dragon Balls at all times, and at that point, that might be tough for them to like steal the Dragon Balls. But if they never team up Vegeta, I don't know why Vegeta's dead in this story, because like Vegeta does beat. He revives. He doesn't revive. He gets healed.
Yeah, they take him back and heal him.
So
in this scenario, he's probably dead.
Well, there was really no team
Then why
up
would they
even
go grab
before. Why did they grab him in the first place? I'm pretty sure he hadn't teamed
I
up with
could see in
Gohan
the
and
original.
Krillin at that point.
I could see in the original if they feel the need, like they need more fighters, then like he would probably do that. But in this scenario where Vegeta is not their ally, I don't see them saving him because Krillin was gung ho about killing him on Earth. So why would he save him now?
Yeah.
And if they've been doing pretty well stealthing it around, like the only reason that Vegeta would survive in this scenario is because Frieza wants to toy with him. And the thing is, I just don't see Zarbon letting Vegeta live in this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be right back. I'm sorry. I gotta go use the restroom.
Now you're chilling. So,
Yeah.
so. I still feel like Vegeta lives. Kill Zarbon, Ginyu Force is here. Just the only difference is Vegeta doesn't team up with them.
He's fighting the Ginyu Force alone.
Well,
I mean,
he would have to like think about it
What?
more rationally. He'd have to catch them off like one by one, like he did with Dodoria and Zarbon.
yeah. And
I think he does die though, because Raccoon handled Vegeta terribly, bro. I think that's how he dies. I don't think he dies to Zarbon. Like, I think the Ginyu Squad kills Vegeta in this version of events. Like, one of them does. I don't think, like, because I think let's say they decide to like he catches Guldo, ends him. He runs into like Jace, Birder, or Raccoon. They defeat him. But like Frieza was like, you know what? We're not giving him a third chance, bro. Just end him this time, you know. I think that's how Vegeta dies.
Plus, he probably wouldn't have made it to that tank anyway. So we're thinking maybe he's chilling out on the planet, hurting. Especially in the state that he was. He's probably hurting bad enough that he can't really do much. Then he has to fight Raccoon and them. I don't know. I don't. They might catch him in the healing tank if he does make it to it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with DT Dub. Like Vegeta is crafty. That was like one of his main, like that was main highlights about him in the Namek saga. He was like the brains. He was really smart and stuff. But I just don't see I think he still might be somewhat overconfident. I think like he's gonna like scope out the Ginyu Squad, wait till they're all alone. He'll take out Guldo for sure by himself, but when he runs into like Jace, Birder, Raccoon, like there's no way he's gonna take on any one of those three and come out of that alive.
Well, the thing with Vegeta is he was really the only one with any information on Frieza's forces at that point. So that's why he seemed like a brainiac, really, just because he knew Krillin and Gohan wouldn't have had any info at all. I mean, knowledge is good because you have the information to at least form plans, but
the one benefit that Vegeta does give them is that armor that they get. And if you look at every Frieza soldier, they have a very similar armor. And so to see that in this scenario, it helps with their espionage. So Krillin and Gohan possibly being seen by them would be harder without the armor. But again, we're talking about they were stealthing through pretty much fine until Vegeta kills Zarbon. And that's when the Ginyu Force shows up. I feel like that plays a greater role in this whole scenario than anything else. Because if Zarbon's not dead, yeah, Dodorio's dead, but Frieza just might move one person up. You wouldn't call your elite force unless your main guards are dead.
But I definitely think the Krillin and Gohan get the full set because they got the Dragon Radar. They did pretty good sneaking along. I think they learned their lesson. when they that first run in with Dende when Gohan got raged and kicked Dodoria into a house. And then they dipped up out of there, and then from then on they were like, all right, bro. I feel like they learned their lesson. No more risky movements after that one. So they're just straight up Metal Gear Solid Snake the whole rest of the way there. There's no scouters. They can definitely mask their energy, unless freaking they like Krillin does another stupid thing where he just dashes it out of Elder Gru's spot with all his energy and shit, you know.
Depends which TV show you're watching there, DT Dub. So the Scouters didn't even really show where the Dragon Balls were. The Scouters only showed the power levels. And they were going from village to village asking where the Dragon Balls were. They had no chance of actually getting any Dragon Balls without the villages. So with them having no access to actually finding the Dragon Balls and the covert Dragon Radar ops that Krillin and Gohan had, like they had, but before I think they could probably get all of the Dragon Balls before they the Frieza Force even noticed they were starting to go missing, because they would have to have some guards. They'd have to have some guards watching. But I don't think that.
Doesn't Vegeta steal Dragon Balls from Frieza?
At some point, yeah.
Yep. When
And
he
then
got
Krillin and
revived.
Gohan
You know what,
steal him
that
from
wouldn't matter.
Vegeta.
Yeah, that part wouldn't change. So I don't think they do the Dragon Balls on Earth. I think that they know the sky is gonna change, and so they might take Dende with them. I don't see that happening any other way. I do think Planet Namek potentially still gets destroyed, but then again, Frieza did that out of a desire to kill Goku. So that's kind of iffy, but I do feel like the Namekians do die, or at least a good chunk of them do before they Frieza. I don't know, because would Frieza allow them to live in this scenario? That's the question. Because he's just heard about them. He doesn't really know if they're really real, or if they really do what they're supposed to do.
Didn't he only not kill the villages that? I mean, they had to comply with them, I guess. None of the villages complied, so they all died anyways. But I don't know if he would have actually taken them out if they did comply.
He seems to be the type that, as long as you do comply, because he's got a lot of soldiers that are pretty weak, and you think he'd take them out, but they still have a job and are alive. So it wouldn't be too hard to believe that as long as you comply with his rule, you're fine.
DT Dub, I'm not sure who was actually guarding the Dragon Balls at that point. I don't think it was Zarbon or Dodoria. They were just kept in a room, probably by a basic Frieza Force soldier.
Yeah, I think they were actually alone when Vegeta like snagged him and tossed him.
But at that point, Vegeta was already like file rank Force again. I think that was before they actually decided to. Because I think the whole reason they brought Vegeta back was to try and bring him back into the fold. Because there was no point for Zarbon not to take him out. But yeah, if he was still being sneaky, I mean, they wouldn't have seen Vegeta as a threat right then and there.
Yeah. Doesn't he walk by a soldier too when he's in there? So they don't think he's an enemy at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. There was some circumstance.
Wait. Doesn't Vegeta go there himself? I feel like Vegeta goes there himself instead of them seeing him, sending him there. I think he goes there himself.
Did Zarbon just assume he was dead?
Yeah, because
it might have been before.
Well, because like they didn't like.
He's not really damaged from my memory.
Now Vegeta had one of the Dragon Balls, or a couple of them, after the fight with Zarbon, and then Zarbon goes back to Frieza's ship, and Frieza was like, "Well, where is he? Like, we don't know where his Dragon Ball is, so get him or you're dead." And then so they bring him back to heal him, so then they can find out where his Dragon Ball is. And then when he revives, I think there was like a guy outside of his little healing like chamber thing, and then he opens his eyes and like blasts out of there and shocks the Frieza Force member. I think he kills him. He dips up out of there. And then he like blasts something to get Zarbon and Frieza running that way, and then he like dashes the other way to go grab the Dragon Balls.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I think the point of them having the scouters was so they can find the people on Namek and then ask them where the Dragon Balls were.
Were Gohan and Krillin able to do their people sensing at that point?
Mm-hmm. Vegeta was starting to learn how to sense once he got there. Like, I think there was like a moment where Vegeta and Krillin were hiding before Vegeta knew they were on Earth or on Namek, and Vegeta was like, "What the fuck? I sent something over there." And then like he like starts heading over there, and then Vegeta, Krillin and Gohan were like, "All right, YOLO." And they were about to run out, and then a whale just whoosh, and he's like, "Oh shit, okay." It was a whale I sensed, okay. And then he like. Then they're like, okay, cool. He dips, and then they're just like, all right, damn. Woo, that was close, you know? Wonder if word we get back to Frieza, we can't detect these guys with our scouters that Frieza puts 24/7 on the Dragon Balls. That would definitely be a smart move. Especially if the Ginyu squad shows up. Definitely one person would be on the Dragon Balls at all times. What's up, my streaming buddy? Thank you, sir.
I do think, though, if let's say Vegeta were to survive all of that, and they got off a planet, Vegeta's dead anyway. Either way, I think he's looking for the Dragon Balls. They've already escaped. And maybe he thinks that they've done it, they've grabbed it, but I don't see him getting off Namek.
Why not?
Because the only way he could have possibly done it was through that the Earthling ship. I think his pod got destroyed at some point, and unless he was able to steal something off of Frieza's ship or steal Frieza's ship in itself like Goku does, I don't see him coming back from that.
I think Vegeta can survive space, though. It's Goku who can't. Vegeta can.
No,
well, that wouldn't make sense, because why would...
I only thought it was Frieza that could survive space. That's why he didn't care if he blew up planets or
Frieza
not.
can survive space.
No,
Vegeta
can survive space. I mean, it's a filler part, but the only, like, what's it called? He blew up that one bug planet, and he stood outside his space pod, but he blew it up from space.
Probably residual atmosphere.
I gotta
Which
look
one?
this up now. And you breathe in space. He can't breathe in space. Then what about fucking Pan? Why can Pan breathe in space?
And
As a baby.
I feel like anything
we don't talk about that.
I feel like anything. Well, he said it as a baby, which would refer to Super, right? I think that's only like a gag in Super. Anything pertaining to Pan and Super is all gag stuff.
Alright. Yeah, it looks like Saiyans are not able to breathe in space. That's booty cheeks. Alright.
No, Krillin should be able to breathe in space. He ain't got a nose.
He breathes with his mouth closed at all times.
He's got to be the strongest mouth breather in the world.
He's really good at holding his breath. So good he'd be holding that shit in for episodes. Alright. So I'm gonna concede on Vegeta cannot breathe in space. So how he would get off? He would have to steal one of Ginyu's pods.
Probably.
That's assuming they don't have a tracker on the pod too.
I'm
Yeah.
still sticking to it. He at least kills Guldo, so that would leave one extra pod for sure. And then, never mind. I was thinking maybe Dodoria and Zarbon had pods, but they came on Frieza's ship. Other than that, I don't know any other pods other than Goku's. But
Would Vegeta be? Would he be familiar with all this technologies that Frieza uses? Like, if he knew there was a tracker on the ship, would he not be able to like turn it off?
I feel like he would be pretty familiar with it, judging by like they use the Saiyan pods. Like, I think that's Frieza technology, so he can at least read whatever language that those buttons are in.
I don't think it's that he wants Guldo to die. It's just that Guldo's the weakest of all the Ginyu members.
Yeah, because Guldo was gonna lose to Krillin and Gohan if he didn't have that stopping them in place ability, ultimate technique. If he can't even beat Krillin and Gohan, Vegeta definitely snipes him out in this scenario. Catches them off guard, shoots them with the finger blast, or decapitates him. He probably doesn't even need to do all that, just one punches him. I bet.
Punch.
A punch! Yeah, that's my take on it. So in terms of how far they get the Dragon Balls, let's do a final verdict here, and then we'll go on to DT Dub's topic for us. How far are Krillin and Gohan getting all the Dragon Balls? Brock, we can start with you.
Oh shoot, I don't know. If Gohan and Krillin have to fight Vegeta as well, does Vegeta know how to sense energies at that point?
He's mastering it. I'd say he at least gets close to mastering it at the very least. At the end of the Namek Saga,
He'd be able to catch a whiff of Krillin and Gohan easier than the Frieza Force would. Which might be troublesome for Gohan and Krillin. I don't know. And Vegeta would have to understand what Krillin and Gohan are doing and then revert to their tactics.
Well, I mean, yeah, but think about he would have to deal with the Ginyu Force as well. It's not just Krillin and Gohan he's dealing with. I think Krillin and Gohan can definitely master their power levels from the Scouters in this point.
For sure. So Vegeta being
I think at a low
hostile,
enough key, you probably won't be able to tell if that's Gohan or Krillin anyway. And they know since they know better than Vegeta does. If Vegeta could sense ki, even at the greatest level, I feel like you still wouldn't know. And I'm basing that idea off of the fact that, remember in Battle of F, Gohan had to go Super Saiyan so that Goku could teleport back. So
right?
I feel like that low enough it won't matter.
Does when Goku senses a person, does he go based off of their power level, or does he go based off of him knowing what their energy signature feels like?
I think it's both.
I feel like he knows their energy because of the Cell saga when he's and they brought it up also in the bridge, but like there are multiple different energies are coming off a Cell. But the thing is that as far away as Goku was, I think he was on Beerus's planet during the time. He couldn't really tell the difference between Gohan's and everyone else's. So Gohan had to go into Super Saiyan just to.
He wasn't
out.
able to sense anybody. The only reason Gohan needed to peek out was for him to latch on. He was the only one that could have a high enough power level for it to like it's not that it had to be Gohan, it's just that Gohan was the only one able to send his out that far, right?
Mhm.
It also has like key signature because like we can go back as early as Saiyan Saga. Like when Raditz first arrived, like when Goku sensed it, he's like, "Oh man, what is this evil energy? I've never felt something so evil before, you know, so sinister."
So if I mean at that point, if Vegeta was learning to do energy, I don't know if Gohan and Krillin keeping their energies off the scatters would be the same as having it kept secret from Vegeta.
He would still be new though. I feel like that's going to play the biggest factor. Like even if because they're masters at hiding their ki, he would just now be learning how to sense ki. And I feel like a true master would have to somehow pick out the power levels. Like I assume they could go as far as like the farmer with a shotgun. So a true master would have to be able to pick that out. And I just don't think at least in Namek Saga he's able to do that.
Right.
He gets pretty damn close to mastering it pretty quickly.
Like, if they could keep their... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Because the scatter wouldn't be able to differentiate. The scatter only picks up battle signature, or battle
Like the
power.
level, how strong it is.
So, yeah, so, like... Krillin and Gohan could technically mask themselves amongst the Namekian people, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it were only a scatter. Now, if it's sensing key energy or key signature, again, that's a whole
Also got the
different
Ginyu
game.
too situation. So and the frog was giving off energy, so could be something with
Right.
that too.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'd say they complete and take all the Dragon Balls. They revive Piccolo. Find out they can only revive one person. Then they waste at least one more wish to wish them back to Earth. What they do with the third one, I have no idea.
So here's, well, yeah, I guess they could wish themselves back to Earth. I was just like, how would they even get away? But I guess I keep forgetting Pringa gives them 3 wishes.
Yeah, that's my final verdict. They make it all the way, become Metal Gear Solid Snake, make a complete getaway.
Yeah, potentially. But they're gonna have to deal with the why did they go to Namek? Well, okay, because the Dragon Balls weren't on Earth. Yeah, the Dragon Balls weren't on Earth at that point. But I guess they wouldn't technically know if Piccolo was back or not, but would Earth not be the next place they go to check anyway? They'd still have to figure it all out even by the time.
I mean,
I don't know.
like Krillin is a hard example of proof of coming back from the dead. So when a dragon is summoned, so I feel like he would just take it at face value if he sees this giant, muscular dragon appear and says, "Your wish has been granted."
Well, it'd be Namekian anyway, so nobody would even know that he's saying your wish has been granted.
Well, I mean, he speaks in English, but only understands requests in Namekian for some odd reason.
It's weird.
Well, at least in the English dub, and maybe in sub he speaks in Japanese, but still takes requests.
Even
in
the-
Namekian.
Even the Daima Purunga had Namekian, right? Or wanted Namekian spoken?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what Glorio learned Namekian for.
This is probably the first time I've heard his name said right in a long time.
You said his name wrong, Brock.
Oh my god.
Unlike
So,
others, I try to be as accurate with all Dragon Ball information pertaining to the lore as possible, whether it's the pronunciation of people's names or if something is a technique or a transformation.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's bring it back
He
there.
had to go there, bro. He had to go there.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
It's just feeling like a. I don't really have any more topics, so if you guys have anything to say, might be a shorter episode.
It looks like somebody here is trying to say that Dragon Ball has misogyny to it.
Why do you say that?
I don't think that's necessarily by design. I think it's been noted that Toriyama just didn't write female characters well just because he didn't know how to write female characters, which
Yeah.
I get. It is pretty base though, because they do take, kind of a more traditional, like.
Ooh, is that the next topic? Like, is Dragon Ball misogynistic?
I don't know. I mean, if you want it to be,
I don't think it's strong enough of a thing. It would be better to have someone who has that side.
because
And we could argue
misogyny
against it.
misogyny is defined by a hatred of women, right? Like that's actually what misogyny, like the definition of it is. Again, if it's like going by that definition, I don't think it's like him hating women. It's just him even stating before that he just doesn't know how to write them. And
He's just sticking to his guns.
back before the world
100%.
got crazy, there definitely seemed to be a traditional familial structure
Mm-hmm.
that for the most part seemed to be working out alright.
Alright, well, we could save that for next one. Well, let's move on to DT Dub's topic. Might be a quick one, I'm not gonna lie. But, segment 3. Alright, welcome back everybody. I know it says segment 3 is the panel's topic, but I've changed that to the chat's topic. I need to change those videos. Anyways, this topic will be where did it go? Here. Is Dodoria male or female?
You got some purple lips now. That's undeniable. You got some purple lips, my guy.
Doesn't one of Frieza's forms also have purple lips? Is that like
all of them.
Yeah, every single one of them. I thought Frieza was a woman for a period of time.
I really thought it was a girl too. It was voiced by a girl for a long time.
And he was sassy. Man.
Is he still a girl? Is he still voiced by a girl in the recent times? What's up, little guy?
No, it was a dude. I think it was voiced by that Ayers. I think Ayers was the guy's last name. He passed away recently, and I think there's like the newer voice actor is a Asian American who
Asia's voice actor died?
Yeah, the last one, the one that did the Resurrection F movie.
Power.
Yeah, he didn't make it to the end.
Shit. That sucks. I did not know.
Yeah,
that.
he had cancer and passed, but I think the new voice actor does a pretty good job going off of the last voice actor's Frieza. Because there was a video I saw that made me laugh that actually had the Dragon Ball Z Frieza voice actress, the woman, and the new voice actor that took over Christopher Ayer's spot. And they're all like, I'm Frieza, no, I'm Frieza, I'm the real Frieza. Like, there was like a back and forth between the two actors. Yeah, I think Christopher Ayers was the guy's name.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
Alright. So, what's your thoughts, Ninja? Dodoya, boy or girl?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm still gonna have to go with Guy. I feel like the voice that we got for Dodoria was chosen for a specific reason. Usually,
Right.
when you have a woman character, they usually have boobs, and this just looked like he had pecs.
Yeah,
Alright, Brock?
I agree. I have nothing else to add. I just agree.
No, let me play a little bit of devil's advocate. I'm gonna say he's a girl. Well, he's pink.
And you enjoy being wrong.
He's pink. He got them sexy ass lips. Dodoria, you know, ends with the sounds like a girl's name.
What about Mr. Popo? If we're talking about sexy ass lips here.
Come on, man. Those don't look good.
What?
Let's see
What's that?
how Dodoria was getting beat up. I would probably argue he.
I gotta read.
You know, like I don't know, man. Like everything about the Frieza squad reminds me of girls, bro. Like Frieza himself looks like a girl. Zarbon is zesty as hell. Doria, like, reminds me of the evil chick from Matilda.
A woman, bro.
Huh?
I was certain Zarbon was a woman, bro. I was certain of it the whole time. I was certain of it. Just to find out he was, I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no, you. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, that whole main squad reminded me of women, bro. Frieza, Zarbon, like Dodoria reminds me of like the bad guy from Matilda. I forgot her name. The big, muscular,
Grunwich?
scary woman.
Is it Grunwich?
Let's see, villain.
I'm
Matilda.
probably way off.
Miss Agatha. Miss Agatha.
Agatha.
Miss Agatha Trunchbull.
Crunchroll!
Yeah.
Ah! I don't know what I was thinking. I got the grun part right.
That's Dodoria right there. If I ever seen one. Here, I'll
What
share
the heck
my
am I
screen
thinking
for you guys.
Grunwich? I gotta Google that now.
That's Dodoria in real life right here, bro.
Yeah, I can see it. The real question is, why does the Doria not have brain damage with all his headbutt he does?
Does Dodoria not have brain damage?
That's like a main move. Yeah. He always runs his head into you. That's his main thing. He was trying to skewer who was it, Vegeta? Or was it Gohan? He was trying to skewer them on his head.
I think it was Bardock in his squad.
Cause he was always trying to do it. It was like a main move. It was to a point where it was a main move. They put it in the games as him trying to headbutt you.
That
He had
reminds
that
me
pointy
of-
head.
Well, so I arrest my case. Lock up the rest of these podcast members. Trenchbull
Trenchbull, oh.
is Dodoria in real life. Female all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see the IRL idea, but his voice is a little too manly. You know, some of the Gohan and them you could question, but his voice is a little too manly. Had a little oomph in his chest.
Guess we would have to see the genitalia.
Look, bro. If Frieza can be a man,
Is Raccoon-
Ghidorah can be a woman, even with that
IRS.
physiology. I arrest my case.
Is Raccoon?
No, bro. I said I arrest my case. Type it out. I arrest.
I remember hearing that. He said I arrested earlier. Yo, is Raccoon a human? Have we talked about that yet?
Oh, you know what? We're gonna save that for another day. That's a good one.
No!
I like that one. I like that one.
Cool.
I think we pretty much exhausted this. Like in all seriousness, I don't think Ghidorah is a female. I think it's a guy. Like I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement here. Ghidorah is a guy for sure. Alright, so we're pretty much gonna close it out early then. We got some good future debates for the next one. Is DBZ misogynistic? Is Raccoon a human? So tune in to the next DBZ podcast, Great Nimbus Debates, 2 weeks from now. So now we will do our outros. Outro question. Brock, you got an outro question for us?
Dragon Ball related? Or just
Yes.
At all?
It could be either or.
Was water wet?
is which Super Saiyan form's your favorite? Oh no, have we done this one already?
Yeah, we have.
I feel like we have.
Jeez, I don't even know. There's so many that we've already answered. Crazy. Who has the best color scheme? Who has the best fit?
Okay.
No, we've done that one before too. We said what our favorite fit is. Because I said Gohan with the Supreme Kai outfit. Dang man, I can't even think of all. We've done so many. I'm trying to think of something new, but I feel like I've already answered that.
Let's go with. What's up, man? Welcome in, broski. We're about to end though.
Which Kai is the coolest looking amongst the north, south, east, and west?
Okay.
I don't know.
Have we seen all those guys?
Yeah, I've saw them in the filler.
I remember two of. No, oh wait. It's coming back. It's coming back. I know what you're talking about.
Let's see. Alright, so
this time?
Squad Rush here, podcaster, anime enthusiast, gamer. Hit that link tree. Hit that buy me a coffee account. Got some new videos coming out. Sparking Zero video with DT Dub coming out probably tomorrow morning. And I got some Pokemon TCG Pocket videos coming out this week for sure. This is going to be the last week to post them, so they're going to be coming out quick. I'm going to be editing them quick. So be on the lookout for those. Besides that, no other announcements. Let's see. Shit. Best looking Kai. I don't know what direction he is, but the tall one. I think he's the coolest looking one. I think he's got shades. I would say they all have shades, but the really short, chubby one doesn't have shades. I think he has a monocle.
Yep.
But yeah, either that or you know what? If we're going with just strictly those four, if not, I really like Grand Kai with the long hair. He was kind of cool. All right, that's my answer. Sticking to it. Go ahead, 7 Ninja.
Okay. Guys, I'm 7ninja7. You can find me at Game Jolt, MeWe, and Rumble. It should lead you right back to my Rumble channel. That's 7ninja7. I am a ninja connoisseur, anime connoisseur. I have done a anime review of Kotaro Lives Alone. Check out that story if you want to learn about what is it like to see a child learn to understand that he has value coming from a neglected and abusive home. And soon on the 29th, I will be getting I have bought and should be receiving my PC on the 29th, which then I should be streaming at least sometime after that. Regardless, May 31st, the squad, me, Squall Rush, Cold Sauce, and potentially Brockstrap if they have room, is going to be joining Chili XD and Mochi for a cookout on Marvel Rivals. Please come by and check that out on Chili XD on Rumble. You should find him. He's got really good AI art. Check him out. That's it for me.
I probably won't be streaming that, to be honest.
What?
I got hit with the copyright warning on YouTube because of their soundboards, sadly.
Oh yeah. Yep. I might need to be a Rumble only.
Alright.
There's Chili.
You said who's Chili?
No, I said Chili on the stream or the thing I'm showing. Anyways, all right. I just closed them out. What was your Kai there, 7 Ninja?
I gotta go with King Kai. You know, he's the GOAT. He's always been there for us. You know, I like him the most. I mean, we don't really know a lot about the other guys, but King Kai, he's the life of the party. Anytime he shows up, it's King Kai.
That's a Buick.
DT Dub gave us a good outro question. What's our favorite DBZ OST? I'm gonna have to go with Bruce Faulkner's score. That shit was fire.
I like Kai's intro, not the English version, but the sub version was great.
So you got Chala Headchala, which is awesome. Rock the Dragon, which is also very, very cool.
Oh my god, dude.
But everybody knows the best is Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 opening theme. That's the best of all times. Can't beat it.
I actually like Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 opening better than 3.
I've never played 2. I need to. Alright, well, I'm streaming. Maybe my thing's over here. I don't know what it looks like on Squalls. This is where it's at on mine. Brockstrap55 is where you can find me. I'm on Rumble, obviously, and YouTube. Sometimes Facebook. It's not been doing the auto syndication lately, so I'm just posting links, I guess, now to my Rumble videos. And Twitch, if my internet's being not super bad. And where else?
Facebook?
That's just about it. X, I have an X channel, which I'm not really doing a lot of gaming stuff over on X. It's more political stuff that I like to laugh at and also bookmark and share. But if you want to find me, I'm over there too. But yeah, check us out on Squall's channel every Thursday. We do our Soul Link on his channel live most Thursdays, and I also upload those in short video format. Later, we're on Black and White. I think episode 7 now, sometime soon. Or live stream 7. But yeah, no, it's been a good time. So that's me.
I'm almost done with that one already. Can't believe it.
Black and White. We got a little bit further to go. There's we have 2 more gyms, but like there's a bunch of stuff in between. I think before we get to the gym. And then the Elite Four isn't quite like all the other Elite Fours. So we got a lot more stuff there as well. And I think Black and White also has the most expansive... I'm not going to say the most expansive, because you basically redo Kanto and Gold and Silver. But as far as like one region goes, there's a lot of stuff to do after the Elite Four on Black and White. But we can quit at Elite Four if you want. It's all up to you. But yeah, nope, we're getting pretty far on that. Haven't lost yet. We've come pretty close. But
no, we lost in which one did we lose? Ruby and Sapphire we lost.
Yep, we couldn't beat Ruby and Sapphire. We barely beat, just like by the skin of our teeth, right? Diamond and Pearl. Anyway, I'm gonna keep uploading those. Everybody come and watch. Diamond and Pearl was pretty fun. And here sooner than later, I'm gonna upload a really funny short, so.
Well, that's the peeps. That's the podcast. Thank you guys for viewing. Thank the viewers for being here. Thank everybody, basically. It's been a lit one. Thank you guys for being here again. Hope to see you guys in the future. I think we got Fire Force coming up for Nerding Out next Wednesday. So be on the lookout, or not Wednesday, next Sunday's podcast. And yeah, other than that, hope you all have a great Memorial Day weekend. Catch you guys later. Peace.
Raid.